Hi, welcome back to the tip of the day. This is the fourth time I'm trying this. I keep getting interrupted because the kids are all here. I just put on a movie for them. So I'm going to try my very best to get this done. My husband hates my blog and it embarrasses him, so he doesn't like when I do it when he's home. So I have to do it when he's at work, which means I have 4 kids. Anyways, today we are doing, it's really fun. I know, don't shut it off, it's a craft, but don't shut it off because I promise you, everyone will like this one. So we're doing heirloom ornaments. Don't shut it off. Just hear me out. And we're starting with the glass ball. I got these from Michael's. They were $8 for 4, but I got them half off, so it was $4 for 4, which means it was $1 a bulb. I like the skinnier ones because it has more surface area for a picture. So you start with a picture. This one is the one I'm going to do right now. It has sentimental value because it's my grandmother's mother, so my great-grandmother, who passed away when my grandma was only 16 while she was in childbirth with her sister. Then she passed away, and then my grandma came to Canada, so she didn't even have any pictures of her mom. And so when my uncle was in Germany, he also stopped by Jersey Channel Islands, and he visited relatives, and he saw this picture, and he took a picture of this picture. So for my grandmother, for Christmas, I'm making her bulb with her mom's picture in it. I'm so sweet, I know. So what you do first is you get the bulb and you use Future Floor Polish. I know, I've tried it with Mod Podge, I've tried it with like spray adhesive, I've tried everything. Trust me, floor polish, the quickest, easiest, fastest drying, best looking way to go. So you're gonna pour some in, just a little bit in here, and kids can even help with this one because now that you've poured a little bit in, you're just going to shake, right? So kids can do the shaking. Not my kids, though. Not 4 of them. They're not helping. But they have helped with the other ones. I've done a couple other ones. So you shake it up so you make sure you cover the whole thing and then you pour the excess back in. Now you roll up the picture. And what I did is just put little slices in the picture, 4 of them, just so it's not bubbling. Because it is slightly a round bulb. If you're using the big round bulbs, which are also very pretty, but they're a lot more tedious, and you have to put a little bit more slices in them. And you might also want to put a couple pinholes in them, pricks, to get the bubbles out. So what I'm doing with my paintbrush is just making sure all of the edges, I'm getting it straight, and then making sure all the edges are laying flat. If the edges aren't laying flat, what happens is the sparkles again, the sprinkles, like the sparkles that you put in will get underneath, and it'll look like kaif. So then I'm using this bottle brush because I don't have anything else, because it really gets in there. And you just want to go from the middle, work your way to the edges, and make sure as best as you can you're going to get it all out. I mean, I'm not a perfectionist. Mine don't look perfect. And I mean, you can rinse them out and try again. Just make sure, oh, I didn't tell you the one part that's so important. This picture is done on a laser jet printer. Make sure you, when you're printing them, you can print them on your at-home inkjet. My husband has a laser jet, so I keep making him print them over and over and over again. But just take them to a photocopy center if you don't have access to a laser jet printer. An inkjet will run. An inkjet printer, even when you're Mod Podging or anything, will run. So every photocopier, though, is laser jet. Like, you know, so when you go to like Staples or something and just photocopy, like you can print it on your like inkjet and then photocopy it at Staples. Okay, so I'm getting out all the bubbles. I'm going to shut this off so I can make sure I get out all the bubbles. Okay, so I'm back. It didn't take me that long, but I just didn't want to show you like the whole, I didn't know how long it would take me, so yeah. There's a little bit underneath of lippage. It might or might not I get sparkles underneath, but I tried my best. So I'm just going to put a little bit more in on the back side. A little bit more, just a tiny bit more. And then pour out the excess. Now comes the fun part. The fun part. I'm going to grab a different funnel. Of course, I only got the giant. I've got a different funnel right here. And what I'm actually going to use, because I don't want the sparkles to stick to that funnel, I'm going to use gold. So I'm going to fill it up with gold. Now, these sparkles that I'm using are Martha Stewart. I got a big set, so I have like a whole bunch of different ones. It was so expensive from Michael's, but I had a 40% off coupon. But still, any fine sparkles will do. You can also use angel hair, like for trees. You can use lots of different things, but you can't use big chunky sparkles or they won't stick. So just fine sparkles. And you shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, 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 shake your booty. Shake your booty. Need more. So yeah, this, like I said, is something that the kids can do, right? Because kids can pour in the sparkles. And you don't need to do heirloom photos. I'm personally making a bunch of heirloom ones. So I'm doing, for my grandparents, who are all still alive, I'm doing all their parents' pictures. So they're going to have, my great-grandparents on their tree. And also, my grandma's, like, her husband passed away, so I'm putting their wedding picture in a ball, whatever. My husband's like, why do you want to make people cry at Christmas? I'm like, I don't know. It's nice, right? It's nice to have those type of things. My aunt passed away, so I have pictures of her and my mom when they were little, so I'm making one for my mom of her and her sister. Oh. Okay, so I'm done. Shaking. You just want to make sure you get all the spots. You don't want any spots not done, because that would look silly, especially when the light hits on it. But I did a pretty good job on this one. Okay, so that's it. I did this one in gold. You put the top back on. Just make sure, you might have sticky fingers, so you just make sure you wash the front off so you don't get any solution before it really dries. And there you go, your heirloom bulb. I made a couple other ones that I'll quickly show you. I just want to get this off my hands here. My first test was a pink one, because remember I did the sparkle shit thing? I used the same sparkles and I made a pink one. And that is my husband's great-grandparents. And my husband's grandparents with their kids, and I did that one in blue. So these ones are probably going to go in my tree. But then I also have my grandparents when they first met. A picture of my grandma and grandpa for their tree when they first met. And then now I have one that turned out pretty good. I'm going to put some pretty ribbon on it to hang it on the tree. And you can put the date of birth, date of death. I'm not going to do that, but you could if you wanted. And this is my grandmother's mother, so my great-grandmother. So yeah, her picture, and it's just a pretty sparkly bulb with a picture inside. I don't know, not very hard, ghetto cheap, and special. That's your tip of the day, and we'll see you next time.